Hi, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be installing Holley kit 34-6. And here I'm trying to show you the part number. Didn't turn out very well. That's why I'm doing a voiceover on all of this. During the boring parts of me disassembling, I'll explain why I'm doing this. This is Holley's cheapest carburetor for performance. It's a 1810. And one of the ways they were saving money was using a metering plate. And what this does is it removes the metering plate and allows you to install a plate where you have replaceable jets. And that helps you tune the carburetor better and customize it to what your setup is. This particular carburetor is going on the Corvette engine, which you see I'm using the rest of the car as a workbench right now. But what this is going to allow me to do is tailor the carburetor more towards my setup. Now, if you buy one of these, works for maybe 75%. I'll just throw that number out. It'll be just fine. But if you want to get just that little extra performance gain, then this is the kit for you. Now, what I'm showing you here is they use a special butterfly style, which I tried to find, and mine got legs somewhere. So what I'm using is a screwdriver that's got the approximate size, and thankfully if I can get everything out without chewing up the heads, then we'll be fine, because I'm not planning on putting the metering plate back on this ever. Of course, like any hot rodder, I'll save it, because you never know. But here I'm removing all the clutch head or butterfly head. If you want, you can get the bit size. I went to, I think, Home Depot. It was either Home Depot or Lowe's. They've got them in their hardware section. But they've got two different sizes that I was able to find, and the one that did not get legs was the one that was too big. So that's what is causing me to use the screwdriver today. So carefully pry it off. And thankfully I had been in this carburetor before, so I had put the non-stick gaskets on. But there, it should be coming off any second now. Yeah, finally. Okay, and what I'm going to try to show you is the instructions, which again didn't turn out very well. I really need to fire my cameraman. But looking on there, it's number 6, which also didn't show up. I tried different ways. Sorry. And then if you look at the instructions, you go to number 6, and it requires a number 69 jet. Insert your joke here. And thankfully I have an assortment of jets, which I'll show the part number here. I can't remember if I got it through Summit or Jegs. They were having a special. But look up that part number, and yeah, it's Mopar, but Holley is Holley. And it's a lot cheaper than buying the individual jets. So I'm pulling out the number 69s, and then I'm going to show you jet plate as opposed to the metering plate. You can see it's a lot more intricate. And then I'm going to try and thread it in while showing you, but that didn't work out very well. So let gravity help you, and carefully hand thread them in because you do not want to cross thread these. And then I used to have a, yeah, that's the wrong size. You want to use a wide enough one where you don't put a burr on the jet, because that'll affect the fuel flow. And what I was about to say is I used to have a specialized screwdriver that I bought. I won't say who from, because they're actually a pretty good company, but for some reason this one broke after about 3 uses. So making sure they're firmly seated, nothing plugging up any orifices. And then again, thankfully, because I used the non-stick, I was able to peel it right off. The kit comes with all hardware that you need to do this swap, including the new gaskets. And you can see it's definitely a different gasket than what came on the metering plate. So install that with the locating tabs. It's kind of hard to mess it up as long as you pay attention. And then I'm going to try to fit it on here, and then gravity's going to work against me. It'll fall off. Yep. This is future self talking to past self, of course. Should have done that in the first place. That's the old tube, and you want to make sure that you've got the O-rings out of the carburetor. Don't leave one in because you're going to be updating to a newer style. And again, using the locating tabs, put the new gasket on. Now here's also a good chance to check your float level. Turn it upside down, and it should be about parallel with the float body. And putting that on, grabbing the, trying to show you the difference between the two. They've got a different style seal that's a lot better than the O-rings they used to have, and also it is longer to compensate for the metering plate, or the jet plate, sorry. Anyway, installing the new style on there, pretty self-explanatory when you look at them. And everyone's favorite friend in this case is silicone spray to put these back together without tearing anything up. So gently insert, and then gently insert the other end. Okay, it also comes with longer bolts with new seals. Make sure you get those on. And then, sorry for the dog barking, then you, once you have all the seals on, I'm showing you the bolts are longer. Again, sorry for the crappy camera work. And you gently insert. Again, you do not want to cross thread these. Been there, done that. I've got a carburetor on the shelf that I use for parts now because that's what I did. Okay, should be all in. Now notice I'm using a 1/4 inch drive. Use either a 1/4 inch drive, it's a 5/16 head, or a nut driver, because again, it's very easy to strip these out. Doing the cross bolt pattern. Probably should have done a time lapse, but I'm not that good with editing yet. So, sorry for the silences. I promise I'll get better at this stuff. Okay, doing one final check. And voila, there it is.